Okay, this is a combined instruction how to insert the cam, how to download the parts, how to get everything for this project. Okay, so I have cams in motion. You've made your cam. I'm not going to go into that one. You know how to do that. But then you need to download this automata simulation zip file. Now, put it somewhere where you can find it. Okay, so I'm going to save it to my desktop. Wait for it to finish downloading. Then what you can do is you can click this and say show in folder, or go to the desktop. Now you have to extract it. So once it's highlighted like this, you can come up here. I can click extract, extract all. I'm just going to put it in the same place. Now I have a folder on my desktop inside a folder. So now where it is, if I go to my desktop, here's this, double click, it's there, double click, there's all my parts. So that's how you have to download it, and you have to unzip it, or you can't do it. Okay, now, close all that. All right, now, so I'm going back to Inventor. So in Inventor, you want to open the automata simulation, not the test, the automata simulation. Okay, that's the one you want to open from inside of that folder. I've already done it. I've got it here. Okay, so now I need, once that's there, and the little handle will turn around, there's nothing there for it to do. So I click place, and I get my cam. I've got a snail cam. I put it right there. I hit escape. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, for this, let me go back and do this. Let me open up my snail cam. In fact, let me open it up by itself. Not that one. So that I can show you exactly how to put those on also. How to put the work planes on. This is so that I don't have to go through and explain this to everybody, because I'm not doing that. Okay, so I open up, this may take a second. So what I'm going to be doing, so here it is. Now I already have these work planes, but let's just delete all of this, and we'll start from the beginning. Sure. Okay, so this is the way it'll look. Mine's square, but yours will have a circle, but same thing. All right, so this is what I have to do. I have to, here in 3D model, I need to put in axis, okay? Actually, this is going to be hard for me because I don't have a circle in here. All right, so I'm going to need to actually start a sketch. You've got a circle, so you've got it easy. But I'm going to put this here, and I'm just going to make a circle there so that I've got a point and finish my sketch. We're going to assume that's a hole. So now I'm going to go to 3D model, and I need an axis. So I click that little point right there, and we can expand origin. I'm going to use this anyways. X, Y, and Z. I want a Z axis right there. Yes, right there. Okay, so now I've got an axis there. All right, now I need some work planes. So I need, this is the easy work plane, is I click plane and I click both sides of my cam. That will put a work plane in the middle. Okay, doing that puts a work plane in the middle. But I also need a vertical one going up and down. Okay, so I click on work plane, come over here, that one will work. I click that one, and I need to make sure that I click my point here, and that puts a work plane. Okay, so that's what you have to do. You have to have a work plane in the middle, and you have to have a vertical one that goes through like that one. Okay, once you've got all that, then I come back here. Wait, I'm going to close that so it doesn't get confused. No, I do not want to save it. So now I'm going to put this on there, but you can see I already got my little circle on there. Okay, so I am going to come back to my assembly, and I am going to constrain. Okay, I'm going to do it the way they do it in the video. There's a lot of ways you could do this, but I am going to mate my, oh, where's my axis? Dang it. There should be an axis there. I got the wrong stupid thing here. That's my problem. Okay, I ended up going back and I paused that. I went back in and did that because I got to have that axis there. So now I cut the hole out. Now, once I do that, then what I've got to do is I'm going to mate, and I need to click that axis there. And there is already an axis here, right there. Okay, when I do that, that automatically puts it on there, and I apply. So now I'm going to do another mate of this work plane here to that work plane there. That lines it up with my cam follower, and I apply. And then now I need to lock it in so that it'll turn with it. So I do another mate of that work plane and the work plane right here. And I'm going to say OK. And I think right now I can now turn this. How exciting is that? I've seen students get so excited when they turn together. Okay, beautiful. All right, now I just need this to move together. And so what I do is I do a transition constraint. Okay, so this is a different one. This is my transitional constraint. And this is the one that can cause problems. I've got to rotate it so that, cancel that. I've got to rotate it so that I'm not looking through the box here. There we go. Okay, constrain, transition. I want to do this, and I want to do that. And that didn't look like it liked it. It did not like it. Okay, let's see what's wrong here. Okay, let's come up a little closer. Again, constrain, like I said, the transition constraint is the one that causes the most problems. Oh, I think I had to click this first. I believe you have to click the follower first. Not sure why, but I think if you do, that will fix that problem. Let's see. So let's turn my crank. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Up and down. Ooh, it's like a merry-go-round. Could you not do this all day? You could, but we're not going to because we got other things to do. So now I need to do the spreadsheet part of it. And so I click constraint again. Now I'm going to do an angle constraint and click this middle button right here. And now I'm going to click that big work plane there. There's a lot of places I could click, but I like to do the very front edge of my box, like that. What that does, I'll just click OK, is it lines it up, and now I have great, oh, don't crash and make sadness, it does not turn anymore. But now it will turn if I take my box, expand that, and there's an angle constraint down there, that one right there. Got to get the right one. So it's going to be the last one that I did. I click on that, and down here now if I type 45 degrees and I hit enter, musically it rotates. Okay? And so then let me open up a spreadsheet, and I'll show you how to do this real quick. Might as well do everything, and then that way, if you haven't watched my video, then I'm not answering any questions. Okay, so up here, I'm going to put in height, tab over and type angle, and here I'm going to put 0. Then I'm going to put 45. Now watch, let me see if this works. Let's do a little spreadsheet wizardry. I can do this. Let me expand it. I can click home, and I can click this fill down series, and I can step it every 45 and click OK. Okay, right there. One more than I needed. That was magic, wasn't it? Okay, so here is where I'm going to put my numbers. Let me come back to, oops, not you. Come back to here. I need to place my ruler. Now, not the best thing for measuring, but you could actually, I'm going to show you 2 ways. This is the not quite so. So put this anywhere so that you can see it, and move the ruler so that, actually the best way is if I'm at the lowest part, pretty much. And then, so then set that at a whole inch like that. So now what, if I come back to my angle, that was 45. If I put in 0 and hit enter, magical music, it's still 6. So at 0, it was 6. At 45, it was 6. And because it's a cam, it gets kind of boring here, but at 90, it's 6. At 90 plus 45, that would be 135. Still nothing. At 180, still nothing. At 210, oh, it dropped. That's why it's called the drop cam. All right, so that means for me, it was 6, 6, 6, 6, and then, is that right? At I'm now at 210. Oh, that wasn't 210. That wasn't 45 after that, was it? That was, should have been 225. Probably still the same thing, 225. Oh, came up just a skosh. All right, so that would be 5. These are 5.5. These are 8ths. So that's like 5 and 1/16. So that's like 5.065. And so on. Let's say that it was 5, and let's say that it went back up to 6, and then here it was 6. I don't know. Excuse me. And then from here, if these are my numbers, then I just highlight all of them. I click home. Oh no, I click insert. I come over here to scatters, come to this one. Okay, my graph is sideways. Because I've got my axes wrong, I guess. Let's try this. So you might have to play around with this a little bit. If I cut it, and then paste it. Let's see, we reverse it, insert here. There you go. Okay, it's upside down kind of, but so there. Now, like I said, not the most accurate. A better way, actually, is to, like when we took the certification exam, if you measure the distance from, but it's kind of hard to get because you got to get this. I have to get that top line and this line, 0.75. Is that right? That doesn't look like that, does it? So I'm not sure. It's kind of, like I said, it's hard to do. If you can figure that out, that's even better. Let's try it again one more time. But that's how you do it. There to there. 1.773, yeah, there you go, 1.773. And so if I was to go back to, you would put that number in, and if I was to go back to, for example, click this and put back in 0, and I did it again, I click that, and then the little green dots work well, 1.715, okay? So do that, and now you have really good numbers, and you'll get a much better graph. But that's the thing. And so then as a turn-in on a PowerPoint slide, you create this on one slide and a dimension multi-view of your cam on the other side. And that was a long tutorial, but this way, this is everything. And there you go. Have a great day.